Okay, we begin this morning's class with the topic weighted aggregative method. Okay, and this is the next part of the index numbers. The first one we had done was the simple aggregative method. Okay, we done simple aggregative and simple average or price relative methods. Now we come to the weighted part, which is the weighted aggregative methods. Now, in this, weights are given to various items. There are various methods of assigning weights, and consequently a large number of formulas are used for constructing index numbers. Okay, now in our 11th class portion or syllabus, we will be discussing only two methods, that is the Laspier's and Pasch's method of constructing the index numbers. Laspier's, Laspierre apostrophe, Laspier's method, and Pasch's method. These are the two methods we are to study in class 11. Now, in Laspier's method, weights are given by Laspier as quantities of base year. Now, a quick revision of what we have already done earlier. Base year is always a 0 and the current year is always a 1. So if you're talking about the price of the current year, it will be P1. If you're talking the price of the base year, it will be P0. Similarly, if we are talking about quantity of the current year, what will it be? Q1. And when we are talking about quantity of the base year, it will be Q0. So what Laspier has done, when he has given weights to a particular variable. Why do we give weights? Weights are nothing else but priorities or the importance. Certain items are given more priority over the other. While first certain items may be given, let's say first priority, second item may be given second priority. But what has Laspier done? He has given these priorities or weights on the basis of the base year, quantities of the base year. So normally what we have, price index of the current year, we normally have sigma P1 upon sigma PO, that is price of the current year upon the price of the base year. What is the weight he is given? Q0, Q0. He is given weights as the base quantity of the base year. And this is multiplied by 100. So this is how he has given the weights. Laspier has given, normally in the simple aggregate we found sigma P1 upon sigma PO, that is current year upon base year. What is the weight he is given? The weight which he is given is the base year quantity is given the weights. So base year quantity is Q0 to 100. And Pashi has given, Pashi's method, he is given the current year quantities. Pashi says sigma P1 upon sigma PO to 5. Current year quantities, that is Q1. So you see, Laspier has used the base year quantity as a weight. Pashi has used the current year quantity as the weight. Now, when we have to change to the quantity index, the P is converted to Q and the Q is converted into P for your making you remember the formulas. So यहाँ पे quantity index, that is Q01 is equal to, this is P, it becomes Q, this is Q, this becomes P. Sigma, this is P, this becomes Q, this is Q, this becomes P. So it's very simple to remember the formula. The P is converted into Q, and the Q is converted into P. For the sake of remembering, I'm telling you this. Similarly, this is my last year. The quantity index for the current year is equal to sigma Q1 PO upon sigma QO PO into 100. What about partial? Quantity index would be sigma P will be substituted by Q, Q will be substituted by P, sigma P will be QO, Q1 will be P1 into 100. These are all into 100. So this is how we learn the formulas in the simple or the weighted aggregate method by Pashi and last years. Now, based on these formulas, we have done a few numerical questions, which I am doing once again, recording for those who are not present in the class. The question is, write down the question, construct, kindly write down those who are there, you got it with you, construct the price index and quantity index of 2010 from the following data by Laspier's method and Pashi's method. Now, commodities are given A, B, C and D. These are 4 commodities. 2005 is given as well. 2005 is used as a base year. And we have 2010 current year. 2010 is the current year. Okay. Then what do we get? Base price of the base year is given here. Price and quantity is given. Price. I'll have to make some room over here, so I'll just wipe out this top portion. I'll wipe out these formulas and keep this on top. Base year 2005. 2005 base year, and we have price and quantity given. Similarly, I put this in the 2010 is the current year, and we have the price and quantity. Price is given as 10, 8, 6 and 4. 10, 8, 6 and 4. Quantity given is 30, 15, 30, 15, 20 and 10. This is for the base year. Current year data is given as 12, 10, 6, 6. 12, 10, 6, 6. The quantity is given as 50, 25, 50, 25. What else? 30 and 20. 30 and 20. Okay. Now what do we need to find out? We need to construct the price index and quantity index of 2010 from the following data. Okay, let us put down our formulas. Last year's price index is PO1 is equal to sigma P1 upon sigma PO QO into 100. And here partials would be sigma P1 upon sigma PO. Here this is current year quantity into 100. Now By putting the formula, what do you know? You know what to work for. So here we need sigma P1 QO. We need sigma PO QO. Okay. Now which is P1? Price of the current year. This is P1. Price of the commodity is Q1. This is Q0 and this is P0. Price of the base year will be P0. Current year will be P1. Quantity base will be Q0. Quantity current will be Q1. Is it okay? Now find out P1 and QO. P1 and QO multiply this. 30 plus 0 plus 360. Then P1 QO 150, 120, then 200. Okay, this is P1 Q0, P1 Q0. 10 6 is what I did. P1 how I got it? 10 into 6 I got around 60. These two 120. Okay, 360, 150, 120, 60. Now the next is PO, QO. Where is PO? PO and QO, these two. 30 to 10, 300. 5 8s are 40, 8 for 12, 120, 120, and 10 4s are 40. Now we need P1, Q1. Sigma P1 Q1 and we need PO Q1. PO Q1. P1 Q1 12 5s are 60, 2525 0, then 12 6 are 72, 6 6 are 36. P1 Q1 600, 250, 180. What is this? PO Q1. PO. What am I doing? P1 Q1. P1 Q1. 6 3s are 18. Not multiple over here. 6 3s are 18. And P1 Q1. This one is 6 2s are 120. Here we are doing these two, right? 250, 180, 120. PO and Q1, PO and Q1, these two. 500, 8 5 are 40, carrying over 4, 8 plus 16 and 4, 20. Then 6 3s are 18, Q1, Q1, 4 2s are 8. Is that okay? Now sum them up. 0, 6, 5, 11, 12, 13, and 6, 19, even 4, 5, and 6, 690. Okay, then 0, 2 into 4 and 4, 8, 3 and 4 and 1, 5, 580, 0, 8 into 10, 15, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, 15, 0, 8, 8, 16, 5, 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 960. Now substitute these values. Okay. This is P1. Go to the sigma here, put the sigma down. Okay. So P1 Q1. Now substitute this value here. P1 QO. P1 QO is 690 upon PO QO 580 into 100. This is for last year's. यहाँ पे price index of this P1Q1 is 1150. POQ1 is 960 into 100. Work it out, you get your answer. What is the first one? 690 upon 580 into 100, you will get 118.96. Working it out, then the partials would be 119.79. Price index number of the calculator. So similarly, we have worked for the price index. We have to work also for the quantity index. Quantity index, like I said, substitute the P with the Q and the Q with the P. You will get your formula for last year's as well as for RC. So here it means sigma P gets substituted with Q1 upon Q0 into P0 upon P0 into 100. Simple as that. You have done that out? Have you worked it out? Okay. So children, this is how you calculate the weighted aggregate method, and we are studying about Laspier's method and Pashi's method for both the price index number as well as the quantity index number. So I have done the first part. The second part you please do where you are at home. This is how you do it. Okay. Then there is another formula which I would like to tell you is about the value index number. Value index number. So I'll wipe out this part. The value index number which we will be doing. Value index number. Value index number is equal to the current value upon the base year value. Current value upon base year value into 100. Now what is the current value? Current value would be, and this value index number will be written as VO1. Current index or the current value is sigma P1 Q1. Base year would be sigma PO QO into 100. So the value index number is equal to current values upon base year value into 100, where current is P1 and Q1, base year is PO and QO into 100. So if you are asked to find the value index number also, we would be using this formula. P1 Q1 upon, that is P1 Q1 upon PO into 100. We will find out what we will find out? The value index number. Is that okay? So with this, we will stop over here, and your portion is still the index number. It is more or less complete. You need practice. So when we have a class, we shall do more numericals. Otherwise, your portion is still here. Okay.